Hola. Your hair looks so pretty.
I
Can
comb
you?
my hair. Once in a while, I comb it.
No, it looks like you just highlighted it. It looks really pretty.
Oh, no, I haven't done anything to it in like 3 months, girlfriend. I haven't even trimmed it.
Oh, it looks good. It
But
looks
you probably
healthy
see
and
is my
full.
white hair coming in.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Sorry, I'm.
It's okay.
Flatter. Yes, it does need a lot. Okay. Um, Ollie, let's see here. So Alicia and Denise are together doing that other presentation, the HUD one that we were talking about yesterday.
Yes, yes, you told me.
Okay, so they want to obviously join us, if possible. They want us to let them know 10 minutes before it's time for them to jump on.
Okay, then I need access to the slides.
Girlfriend,
But
it's the same link. It hasn't changed. You guys ask me for the link every time.
but that's the weird thing is that that's what I thought I was requesting access to. And the
No.
one that I saved on my computer is the one that I thought was interactive and savable, but it's not.
Yeah, you asked me this last time and I said, don't do that because it's an interactive link. So
Yeah.
let me see if I can jump in there before we get.
I'll pin it to the top so I never have to bug you again, I promise.
Yeah, just save it, pin it. That's what I did. I pinned it on my desktop because I didn't want to have to search for it every time like we did. You'd
I
always catch
know,
me trying to find it. I'm like, oh, I don't know where
I
it is.
know. I'm so sorry. That's completely my fault. Forgive me. I thought that when I saved it to my Google Drive that it would update and I was wrong on that. So it's
Yeah,
my
I think you have to share the live link. Maybe. I don't know, sweetie. I don't,
okay.
I'm not the best at this tech stuff.
I know. And like I said, forgive me because that's my fault.
So I have, I think the one I have you under right now is my recovery credit repair at gmail.com.
My recovery credit repair inc at gmail.com.
Yeah, that's the one that's on here.
Okay.
So let me take it out, I guess. I don't know how else to do it and then put you back in. I don't even know. How do we remove? No, before I do that, maybe I should copy your email thing.
Let me
Oh,
go
maybe
to
we
that
don't know.
Google Drive. Let me check my shared with me. Because maybe I'm just being a dumbass and being
Oh
complicated.
no, I just removed you, so let me go ahead and try and add you back in. Aldiva. Oh, fudge. That's the thing that I really want to do that. Why are you not coming up in here? You're not coming up again. You know, they took you out and not coming up. Okay. Let's try something different. Well, at least we have time.
Man, we started this in 19.
I think so. Whatever that letter says in there, if that's what you're looking at.
Yeah. Okay, so shared with me.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me, people?
What?
Sorry. I just don't understand. Everybody waits last minute. And
Well, what are they asking for that I can help you
mm,
with on my end? Are they asking for the Zoom link?
yeah.
Okay, I'll take care of it.
Thank you. I'm like, didn't I already send you
You
guys
did.
that?
No, you did. I'll take care of that part. Cause you know me, I know when I'm a tonta and I know when I make mistakes, so forgive me.
Aldiva, let's see, so I have that, okay, so this one, I don't have. Okay, so it's what is your email for the one you want me to send it to? Because apparently I don't have that one saved in here.
So it's here, let me put it in the chat. That you
Okay,
can just copy and paste.
cool, that'll work.
There you go.
Thank you, thank you.
Mhm. You know, this is why they don't see it, because on the calendar invite, 8 of them didn't respond.
I know. Oh, no, Chris Burke, you can wait. I don't know who Chris Burke, they can wait. Ollie, you text me, right now?
I did. It's on the chat,
Oh,
Zoom chat.
oh, on the Zoom chat. I'm over here looking for it in the other thing.
No,
Let me see, I don't even know how to do this chat thing. What is the chat thing?
who's asking for it? Lucy?
I don't know, the one I just.
Oh, is it on our text?
Kim is the one that I saw.
Let me look.
I don't, Ollie, I apologize, but I do not see the chat thingy.
Oh, okay, so it's here, let me put it on the text then.
Oh, there it is. I see it now.
Okay.
Got it. I think we're gonna be packed today.
Good.
Yeah.
No, I don't have Reyes's new email. Didn't he switch emails? I have the USB.
Yeah. We did switch. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Oh, it's not Uriel, it's the other girl.
I can't think of her name right now, but yeah, and I know who you're talking about.
I can't think of her name to send her the link.
Send copy, no. I don't know what it's telling me to do. Okay, I'm gonna send it. Hopefully this works. Link. Did it send you a link or did it?
On our meeting, it has the Zoom link, and so I'm
Oh
sending.
no, I'm talking about your
Oh,
access.
hold on 1 second. Let me check right now.
I don't want you to get a copy. You know, admit Kim. Okay, we're admitting Kim. It's Kim.
Okay. It sent me the letter.
Huh?
It sent me the letter.
No. Oh, well, yeah, I sent it to you because you requested access. So I'm like, okay, I don't know why you want it. It's been submitted, but
Okay, here we go. Workshop. Open. This link looks unusual. Yes, open anyway. I know the unusual person that sent it to me.
Very unusual individual.
Oh, I like that. I like the front cover. It looks nice.
Well, Ollie, are you gonna run the slideshow or did you want me to run the slideshow?
I'll do it.
Okay, make co-host. Okay, so I'm gonna close this slide then. Got it.
The only person's email I don't have is Reyes's new email.
Okay, let me go ahead and get that.
Let me see who's in the waiting room. Don't know any of these people. Okay, they can wait.
Paul is the gentleman from Pomerello House that invited all his coworkers. He invited like a good 13, 15 people.
Okay.
Really
Nice.
nice gentleman. Let's see. Hop back in here. And then I try to go through and translate everything in Spanish, but I run out of time.
It's okay. So Kim is gonna be next, and then I'm trying to see what slide I need to let them in, then it's Uriel, then it's Reyes. So when Reyes starts speaking, that's when I need to notify Kim and, not Kim, forgive me, Denise and Alicia.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay, let's see. Okay, Ali, I'm sending you the email. Let me send you Grace's email.
okay. Nope, none of our people.
Mhm. Okay, while you do what you're doing, girlfriend, I'm gonna run to a little girl's room real quick.
No problem.
'Cause-
And you already have me as a,
Yep,
as
co-host.
okay.
I think you just need to accept if it's asking you on your side, I don't know.
I don't see an accept.
Well, okay.
It does say co-host.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, I'll be back.
Okay.
Yay. Just more people, look like the majority are, right now that I can see, are from Poverlow House. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm looking
Oh,
for
Lucy,
everyone.
let's let Lucy in, yay. Mm, mm.
You're seeing the full slide?
Yep,
Okay.
Good morning, beautiful ladies.
Good morning.
hi Kim, we see your keyboard, by the way.
Oh.
That you want to know.
Yep, I did.
Hola,
This is
Lucy.
my big smile. Hey, Lucy.
I'm a little under the weather, but I'm here.
Oh.
Well, you look fabulous for being under the weather. Shoot, I wish I looked like you when I'm under the weather.
Thank you.
You look good, girl. Well, I hope you get better soon.
Thank you. I just feel like my voice, like I'm losing my voice. It's just my throat, but I'm sure that I just need to rest a little bit.
Aw.
Well, go find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you get
It
some
ran
rest.
off without her.
Need to go find my voice.
Hey, who's going to be my interpreter?
Well, either Lucy or I can. I want to say I already translated everything on your slides, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. So we won't have to spend as much time if we have that, I think.
Correct.
Okay,
We'll just
okay.
be able to translate exactly as it's on the slide.
And before everybody's on the phone, your hair looks gorgeous today.
Oh, I was telling Ollie I combed my hair.
I told her her hair looks amazing today.
It does.
Oh,
It's like
Thank
beautiful.
you. Oh, you ladies are so sweet.
Yeah, it's
I was
like-
telling her, she's like, it looks like you highlight. I'm like, no, more than likely it's my white hair you're seeing.
Aw.
I've
She's so
been
full of
getting a ton
her.
of white hair coming in lately and I'm like, well, it is what it is. My daughter's like, are you gonna dye it? I'm like, nope, I'm letting it come in.
Oh,
I'm good with my white hair.
it's gonna be pretty.
I hope so. I just, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. As if I get these funky little mechones everywhere, I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that one. But
Yeah,
some people
some
get
of
those
mine
funky
are
white hair
ugly.
sometimes.
So I'm having an issue that I can't see the chat. And
I can see the chat, girlfriend, if you want me to take care of that.
I normally like to interact.
I know you do.
Why isn't the chat? So I see it when I'm not screen sharing.
I
So-
know it's a little complicated when you're doing the slide and doing the other screen. It's like you almost gotta have 3 screens or split up.
Oh, no, I found it.
You
There
found it?
you
Oh,
are.
good.
I'll move it
Okay.
over here to this screen. Okay. Awesome, because I like to keep the flow.
And just remind everybody to hold their questions to the end, if possible,
Yes.
please, because
So before we
got
get
no
Before we
one.
get started, this is my idea. My idea is in the middle of and this is something new. In the middle of everyone's presentation, I want to drop the jot form and try to get people to already engage and complete the jot form before we're done.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Mhm.
So
Good morning, Uriel. Nice to see your face.
Hey, Aldiva,
yes,
I just want to double check because it just helps me a little more. Is there an allocation of time for each speaker or for at least me? So I know I just don't like going over time because it chews the whole meeting or messes everybody up.
our goal is to stay within 10 minutes. or
Okay, good.
less.
I can do that. That's what I wanted to make sure of. And I like that it's pre-translated because that will definitely help.
Yeah.
Uriel, I don't think I made it to your slides to translate them yet. Oh, it's already 10:02, by the way.
Yeah, we need to get started. Darn, I don't have the darn jot form up for, oh, yes, it is. There it is. There you are, sucker. Okay. Okay, so should we start letting everyone in?
I think so.
Okay. Because I don't have access to that since I'm on the 2 screens. Can you start?
Yep, you want me to let them all in?
Yeah, please.
Okay. No problem.
I just sent you that message, so it's easy for me to find it.
Hey, Mirna. Well, maybe Allie. Allie,
Yes, ma'am.
I just noticed I dropped a updated slide and it's not in there in the Google Docs the other day.
You might just have to talk about it.
Okay. It might be in yours. It's just not in I might not be in the actual drive. Let me go to the drive. Never mind. Let's try that first before I panic. I mean, and I don't have to have it. It's just important.
And FYI, everybody's in, and I'll continue to let people in as they show up.
Okay, well, happy Saturday morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for Llaves de tu Casa. This is a City of Fresno homeownership initiative. In the chat, can you please let me know if you only speak Spanish? Bienvenidos. Hoy sábado en la mañana. Estemos aquí con Llaves de tu Casa. Es una initiative. I don't know how to say homeownership initiative in Spanish. I'm sorry. Pero si ustedes solamente hablan en español, por favor avísanos en el chat para que sabemos cómo vamos a hablar hoy. If you only speak Spanish, please let us know in the chat. Okay, I see English so far. ¿Alguien necesita que hablamos en español? Por favor, avísame en el chat. I think it's going to be an English Saturday so far. Okay, well, let's get started. We want to be conscious of everyone's time today. So once again, welcome to Llaves de tu Casa. Like I said before, this is a City of Fresno homeownership initiative, and we're really excited to have all of you here this morning. This is being presented by Lucy Sandoval, our 2023 past president with NAREP Fresno. Myself, Aldiva Rublacava, also past president of NAREP Fresno in 22 and president of Recovery Credit Repair. We have Miss Mirna Garcia, who is our 2021 NAREP Fresno president and the 2023 NWC BOG of NAREP, and she could tell you what all that means. We have Mr. Reyes, Reese Reyes. Sorry, I always say his name backwards. With People's Mortgage Company, our loan officer. Kim Cunnigham with Core Home Loans, Regional Sales Manager. Uriel Lopez with Self-Help Federal Credit Union. Alicia Bohigian with Self-Help Enterprises, an Assistant Director. And Denise Ogata with Tri-Counties Bank Lender. So a little bit about us. So Llaves de tu Casa is an initiative program, consists of down payment and closing cost assistance, home buyer grants, comprehensive home buyer education and counseling, including first-time home, excuse me, my voice, including first-time home buyer workshops and flexible mortgage products and programs for Fresno neighborhoods. Oh, I have a Spanish, Jose Ibarra, en español. Okay, Jose, muchas gracias. So, el programa de la incentiva Llaves de tu Casa consiste en asistencia para el pago inicial y los costos de cierre. And Lucy, your Spanish is better than me. Do you want to say this?
Sí. Hola, buenos días. So, el programa es una iniciativa, Llaves de tu Casa, consiste en asistencia para el pago inicial y los costos de cierre. Ay, perdón, no sé cómo pronunciar esa, pero vamos a ayudarlos con todos los recursos para los compradores de vivienda, educación y asesoramiento para compradores, ¿verdad? Incluyendo talleres y herramientas que les pueden ayudar.
Thank you, Lucy. Soy portuguesa, mi español no es perfecto, pero me entienden. So, si digo algo equivocado, lo siento avanzado. Let's see here. So Llaves de tu Casa is a partnership where lenders in the community come together to make a difference in the community. Barriers are broken, building home ownership in the city of Fresno. And thank you to the 5-year commitment from all the partners. Mirna, do you want to say this part in Spanish, please?
Claro, sí. So, cuando los líderes de la comunidad se unen para marcar la diferencia en la comunidad, se rompen las barreras y se construye la propiedad de vivienda en la ciudad de Fresno, gracias al compromiso de 5 años de todos los socios que están aquí presentes ahora.
Thank you. Okay. So things we're going to be covering today. Why buy now? The realities of our market today. 6 simple steps to home ownership, financing, and the next action steps. So, let me go back. So las cosas que vamos a cubrir hoy es por qué comprar ahora, las realidades de nuestro mercado, 6 sencillos pasos para ser propietario, si mis seres no sirven, de una vivienda, el financiamiento y próximos pasos. So lender partner presenting today is going to be Miss Kim Cunningham from Core Home Loans. Y nuestra prestamista Kim Cunningham con Core Home Loans va a hablar con nosotros hoy. And before we get started, our general requirements for all lenders, program, and qualifications. So los documentos generales que todos los prestamistas te van a preguntar va a incluir Kim, do you want to go over this slide?
Yes, I'll go ahead and get started.
And we
First-
can see your keyboard, not your beautiful face.
Oh.
There you go.
Gotta have the face. 'Cause
Yes.
and you can't see my excitement keyboard. Thank you all so much. First, I want to tell everybody, thank you for coming. We genuinely are passionate about home ownership. And so what I would like to encourage everyone to do, especially with my presentation and those that would follow me, is make sure you have pen and paper for your questions and for notes, not only for at the end of this, but also for your visit when you do meet with a loan officer. Please write those questions down. You'll be very glad that you did. So we're going to talk about the general required documents for what we're going to look for and what we're going to, on each of the programs that we're presenting today, you're going to see that we have low down payment requirements and what's required for those low down payment programs that we'll be presenting. We're going to talk about the flexibility on the eligibility criteria. You're going to see that. There's a variety of loan programs, and one of the programs that I'm featuring is by the California Housing Financing Agency, which is also known as CalHFA. And so you're going to hear about these various programs they have to offer that help you and your family get into a home with, again, these programs that are specific to first-time home buyers, and they're going to have very specific requirements, and I'm going to emphasize those in my part. There's also free financial advice and resources that you're going to be giving today, along with these down payment assistance program. And we work with each applicant, you know, to personally look at your circumstances and see what situation would be best for you and how to help you succeeding in buying a home. So that's one of the things we'll be talking about for the qualifications.
And what documents are we needing, Kim?
You're going to see the list over here on the right of things that we need. And this is probably of my portion as well as all lenders on the call. You need to make sure you have identification with photograph and a copy of your social security or ITIN letter or any documentation for citizenship, work visas, any of that. Gather all of those photo IDs that you have because they will be asked for by many of the lenders. Each lender will tell you their requirements respectively, but this is a general list. We also look at the last 2 years of your tax returns, which is really important. So by April 15th, we're going to be looking for 2023 and 2022. That's something that's going to be really important, especially if you're self-employed. We'll be looking for that. We will also be looking for your last 2 years W-2s for 2023 and 2022, and then your most recent current paycheck stubs. Paycheck stubs are essential. So please make sure if you have 30 days worth, hang on to them from now on. Don't throw them away, don't toss them. We want to look for those. And then also bank statements. We're going to look for 2 complete bank statements, not only just the bank statements, but the front and back pages. All pages of those bank statements are required. So make sure you keep a handle on those because we will be asking for those as well.
Uriel, do you want to go over the necessities of the documents in Spanish?
Por favor.
Yes. So, los documentos que estamos pidiendo a Kim, que son los documentos que todos los prestamistas por regular van a pedir cuando venga a hacer un préstamo. Cada banco tiene sus específicos documentos que van a pedir, pero por regular esos documentos de aquí son todos los básicos, como formulario de su ID, asegúrese de que no esté vencida, la carta de seguro o la carta del ITIN, si tiene ITIN. La carta del ITIN siempre yo digo que traiga la más reciente, que ya renovó, los últimos 2 años de impuestos con todos los formularios y las W2. Talones de cheques siempre pedimos los últimos 30 días, o si le pagan por semana serían como 4 o 5. Si le pagan cada 2 semanas, serían 2 o 3. Lo importante es que los periodos de los pagos cubren 30 días más recientes. A los estados de cuenta de banco pedimos 2 meses más recientes y es importante que traiga todas las páginas, no nomás la primera página que demuestre los fondos, porque queremos revisar las transacciones, los retiros y algo que queremos preguntar. Ese sería el mejor momento en el principio para poder hacer esas preguntas.
Thank you.
Thank you, Uriel.
So Kim, what goes into a monthly payment?
Well, that's a very good question, and all of you probably will want to know. Each of your monthly payments will be based on what we call principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. And so what you'll find is that will be specific to what you qualify for. So let's look at what does that really mean, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. The principal is basically what you borrowed. What is the amount that you borrowed and how you pay that back? So in an illustration, if you borrowed 200,000, that they call your principal that you pay back. That's the payment that you're making toward the equity on your home. So every month when you pay that principal, you're hitting it, you're paying it back saying, here's your 200,000. But if you notice on the right, you also have interest. You're going to pay interest on that 200,000 that you borrowed. So that is the amount and the fee that the lender is going to be collecting from you in that monthly payment. So on your payment coupon, you'll see principal and interest. So those two together are how you repay that loan. The lender also is going to want you to make sure that your taxes on the property are paid monthly, because the city of Fresno wants to collect those taxes on that house. So what happens is we will have your taxes collected every month. And on most of the loans that we're talking about today, the taxes are required for us to collect them in that payment so that when they're due, we pay them in your behalf. So taxes are paid, as it says, to the state and local entities when you own a home. And that's something that you want because it protects your house from them coming and taking it because taxes aren't paid. So they collect it every month and they pay it in your behalf each year. The other final thing that you're going to have is insurance. Lenders require fire insurance, but many of us get homeowners and insurance policies because we want to cover everything. And so on our insurance, 1/12 of that, whatever that premium is that your insurance agent quotes to you, we're going to have you pay that. And many of us get to pick our own insurance agent. You can find someone that you want to get that quote. And let's say they quote to you $1,000 or $900 or $600. Let's just take $600 a year. That divided by 12 is $50. So that's what we're going to collect. Taxes, they look at about 1.25% of the value of the house, and they collect 1/12 of that. So these, all four of these comprise what we call the payment or principal, interest, taxes, and insurance on your loan that you'll make monthly.
Okay, Mr. Uriel, do you want to go over the pity in español?
Yes. So, en su pago mensual a su hipoteca hay cosas que tenemos que pagar. Primeramente es el principal, eso es el balance que el banco le prestó. So, de su pago total, parte de ese pago va a ir al monto principal. La otra parte que está ahí en todo su pago es los intereses, ¿verdad? Porque obviamente tenemos que pagar intereses también en el préstamo. Y tercero, que es algo que el banco no tiene control, es los impuestos. Los impuestos están determinados por contado que está comprando usted su propiedad. Por regular, tenemos que recibir parte de esos impuestos en su costo de cierre, que estamos estimando que aproximadamente estimamos 1.25 del precio de venta, pero unos ciertos contados sí es un poquito más. También es importante saber que nomás es un estimado. Y último, es la aseguranza de su casa. La aseguranza de su casa, usted tiene la opción de buscar cotaciones, saber dónde le conviene, la cobertura, donde es más conveniente para usted. Y de esa cobertura, la que la va a cobrar anual, vamos a dividirlo por 12 meses y esa es la parte que va a estar incluido en su pago mensual.
Thank you.
Thank you, Uriel.
Okay, so Kim, what can you tell us about the Cal FHA Down Payment Assistance Program?
Well, this is a very, very exciting program, and it's been around for many years. I bought my first house with this program, and I couldn't have done it without it. So what this is a program that's designed to help people by the state of California that are first-time home buyers. So that's the first requirement that we would want, is for you to be a first-time home buyer. Next bullet. And here it talks about the FICO score is 640. That is the minimum FICO that you have to have. And I want to make sure everybody on the call, do not worry if you don't have a 640 FICO. We will be talking later in the program about what to do if you need to get your FICO to 640 if you don't have that. Please don't let yourself talk yourself out of your program. The other thing that we will talk about is income limits for our county are 159,000, which pretty much is pretty common for the Central Valley. So that would be the, again, income limits. If your income is over that, then you would not qualify. The other requirement is on debt to income ratios, which basically means how much of your money is going out every month. They don't want it to be more than 50%, including the payment, including any visas and automobile payments. If you make 5,000, they don't want to see more than 2,500 going out the door. That's the goal. And that's with a 700 FICO. And if you have a loan with us, we can do a couple different types of loans. We can do FHA, conventional, USDA, and we actually even can do VA, but we don't see a lot of that. That's available. And the beauty of this loan is you could do up to 6% seller contributions, which is awesome. And you also get with the program itself, you can get down payment assistance up to 2 to 3% for closing costs and 3.5% for your down payment. So I want to say really, really important. One of the reasons I wanted you to grab a piece of paper is write down, make appointment with loan officer today. Make sure you make a loan officer appointment, because otherwise these things we can talk to you more about in person because of lack of time here. Go ahead on the next one, please. And the money must be repaid. So the loans that you do with them, that you get to help you with down payment and closing costs, they're not free. And I try to make sure everybody understands that, but they are helpful. They help defer the loan so you don't have to pay them back right away. You only have to pay them back if you sell the house, if you refinance, or any of those types of things, but you don't have to pay it right away. And many of us with these homes, we may be in those homes 10, 20 years. And when you do pay them back at the time that you sell, it's very little impact to you and your family.
And Kim, for people who have purchased a home, when are you a first-time home buyer again?
Technically, they want to see 3 years. There's usually a 3-year window. So good question. Thank you for that.
Yeah, so para cualificar para este programa, tiene que ser un primer comprador de casa, pero para ser un primer comprador de casa, no puedes tener un préstamo en su nombre por 3 años y de ahí cualificas de nuevo para ser un primer comprador de casa. So, tienes que tener un puntuaje mínimo de 640. Tienes que tienes que estar dentro de los límites de ingresos del condado, que es $150,000 por año o menos. La relación máxima deudas a ingresos no puede ser más de 50% si tienes un puntuaje de crédito de 700 o 45% si estás con un puntuaje de 640. Se puede utilizar con préstamos convencionales FHA y USDA. Los compradores reciben hasta 6% de asistencia total y el dinero tiene que ser pagado. Es un préstamo diferido.
Thank you, Allie.
You're welcome. So Kim, we're all hearing about the Dream for All. Can you tell us about the Dream for All program?
This is a very, very, very exciting program, and appointment is on my mind because what I would encourage every single person on this call to do is make sure you register so that you can get appointments to learn more about this in detail. We can't cover it all today, but we're going to talk about the highlights on this program. What's beautiful about this program is this is a 20% down payment assistance program, which is amazing. That's a generous amount of money. But there's some specifics to this that they're going to be looking for in terms of that person. And we'll talk more about that in the one-on-one, but just some quick notes about it. You do have to be a first-time home buyer or first generation home buyer, meaning that mom and dad, if your mom and dad currently own a home, they would not consider you a first generation because they really want to make sure this program goes to people that have never had a home in their family. And so they're trying to help make sure that that person that has never had a home, no parent, no family member that's going to allow them to inherit a home, that they get a first shot. So that's the definition of the first time generation. They're trying to really use that program that way. The down payment assistance, if you want to put this down in big letters, 20%. 20% is a substantial amount of down payment assistance that's going to be offered. But with that, it's called shared equity. And again, when you meet with your loan officer, we'll show you and demonstrate to you more in detail what this actually means. But I'm going to give you a short version of it. Let's say, for instance, you bought the house for $200,000 and the house down the road, or you bought it for $250,000. Down the road, the house becomes worth $500,000. That's pretty good gain for you. Let's say in 5 years, your house earns that. What they're basically going to say, and again, when you meet with your loan officer, you'll get more details on this. What they're going to do is they're going to allow you with that 20%. They're going to say, hey, if you sell at 500,000, we're going to take 20% of that gain, which is wonderful. That's nothing. If I could have a house worth 250,000 and somebody say, hey, I got to take 20% plus the original amount we gave you to buy the house, it's a win-win for you. It's a win-win because no matter what, you're still walking away with a home and with equity, and you're giving back to the person that helped you get in, which is CalHFA, to help other families go back and get, because it's a revolving scenario that CalHFA wants that money to go back to them so they can help more families like yourself. So more details on that when you make your appointment. The other thing that's cool about this is it helps with closing costs. They do an extensive home buyer education piece. And here's the key for all of you. This sentence right here, it's limited. It's only available through April of this year. So please get with the loan officer because applications are being taken as of the 3rd through the end of the month of April, and that's it. It doesn't matter when you put your application in, so you don't have to panic too much. All of those, once those are put in, then CalHFA is going to draw names like a lottery for who wins this program. So this program, I like to call it the lottery program. And what that means is you all need to hurry, get with those appointments, get with those loan officers, get with us, let us help you. Let's get you in line so you could possibly be one of those that are drawn for this amazing program. Okay?
Awesome. Thank you, Reyes. Are you online? Can you go over the Dream for All in Spanish, please?
Yes, buenos días a todos. Este programa es básicamente una asistencia que pueden tener para poner un enganche de 20% del precio de la casa. Tienen que ser primera vez compradores, es la importancia de este programa. Es una asistencia que agarran el 20% y tienen que pagarlo después de, les ayudan a comprar la casa ahorita. En el futuro, cuando la tengan que vender o refinanciar el préstamo, la tienen que pagar. También tienen que pagar cierto porcentaje, parece que es el 20% también, de la ganancia que tengan ya cuando la casa tenga más valor. Tienen que pagar lo que le prestaron, el 20% le prestan y tienen que pagar 20% del valor de la casa cuando la casa la van a vender o refinanciar. También tienen asistencia con el cierre de costo, también les ayudan con eso. Tienen que tener una clase para estar certificado que tienen la educación de entender este tipo de programa. Y este programa empieza en abril. Hablen con sus prestamistas, con uno de nosotros o con quien hablen ustedes, porque este programa empieza abril, ya en unos días. Hagan su cita lo más pronto posible con su prestamista. Otro de los requisitos, como dije, tienen que calificar para ese programa. Es una lotería, es una forma de lotería que al registrarse para este programa, tienen que si los escogen, ustedes tienen esa oportunidad de usar este porcentaje de este programa, porque este programa es muy popular, salió el año pasado y los fondos se fueron bien rápido. Va a pasar lo mismo este año es fondos limitados, es del estado de California que está ofreciendo este programa y todas las personas en California pueden aplicar. Si ustedes se imaginan, se va a ir bien rápido este fondo. Apliquen, hablen con su consejero lo más pronto posible, con su prestamista más pronto posible para aplicar para este programa, para que no, si tienen esa oportunidad de calificar, puedan calificar. Dale next slide.
Okay, so choosing a lender. It is so important to ask for referrals. You also want to interview them. Make sure that you choose the one that you feel most comfortable with. You want to prepare a loan application to get pre-approved, and you also want to determine what to pay and select the loan option. So cuando ustedes están buscando un prestamista, usted quiere solicitar referencias, quieren hacer una entrevista a todos y elige aquel que te sientes más cómodo. También quieres preparar la aplicación para mirar por cuánto ustedes cualifican y cuánto va a ser el pago. Es importante hacer todo eso. It's really important to interview the loan officer that you feel most comfortable with. Let's see. So why buy now? Mirna, why buy now? Can you tell us why now is a good time to buy?
And I apologize, did we go over Spanish on the last slide?
I did.
Hicimos español. Perfecto, okay. So yes, why buy now? Number one, the pride of home ownership, el orgullo de ser dueño de su propiedad, de su casa. Stability and security, estabilidad y seguridad. Sense of community, sentido de comunidad. Freedom to customize, la libertad para procesar su casa. Tax benefits, beneficios fiscales. Wealth building, creación de riqueza. Number two, your long-term investment grows. Tu inversión a largo plazo crece. Equity build-up, acumulación de capital. Value appreciation, apreciación de valor. Debt pay down, pago de su deuda. Número 3, interest rates, las tasas de interés. Rates are changing every day. Las tasas cambian todo el tiempo. Siempre buen tiempo para comprar. Compren, no esperen. Buy now.
And things to consider when buying, changing jobs. If you're not happy with your manager now, you can put up with them a little bit longer. Get your house first. Financial, your credit score is very important. Your down payment, you want to protect the down payment that you have. Too expensive, maybe you think that the payment's too high, but you can also work backwards and say, I'm comfortable with the payment here. And your loan officer can say, awesome, with that payment, this is how much you qualify for. Also short-term ownership, no equity and no appreciation. So, Mirna, what are things that people should be considering when buying in Spanish?
Thank you, Ali. Sí, las cosas que deben considerar cuando van a comprar. Número 1, cambiar trabajos. No espérense, no cambien trabajos durante el tiempo que están haciendo su solicitud para su préstamo. Aseguren su trabajo. No cambien de compañía. Número 2, financieramente, mantengan su crédito. Muy importante. Su enganche, protege su enganche también, no lo gasten. Número 3, a veces es muy caro. Si vamos a hablar sobre lo que es a veces el shock de un pago de hipoteca. Número 4, número 4, sorry, I'm trying to do it in English. 4, dueño de corto plazo. So, a veces tenemos que ver la situación de cada quien y a ver qué es la situación, por qué está comprando. ¿Quiere comprar largo plazo o corto plazo? Vamos a ver el valor y la apreciación, si hay apreciación o no. Hay muchas cosas que considerar y por eso esos profesionales estamos aquí con ustedes ahora.
Thank you, Mirna. So next, we are going to have Mr. Oops, let me get this up. Mr. Uriel Lopez, and he is a mortgage loan officer with Self-Help Federal Credit Union. right there on Kings Canyon in Fresno. Y ahorita sigue el señor Uriel Lopez, que es un prestamista con Self-Help Federal Credit Union, que está por la Kings Canyon in Fresno. Uriel, take it away.
Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and start in English first, and then I'll translate in Spanish. Good morning, everyone. Thank you guys for being here. I am Uriel with Self-Help for the last 5 years. At Self-Help, our mission is to help the underserved communities, like families of color, women-led families, families that live in rural cities. So we really have unique programs that are unique to Self-Help. And when I say that, any of our products that we have here, you're not going to be able to find somewhere else. So there's a lot of lenders, a lot of new programs that have come out recently. So I think it's important that you interview, multiple lenders and find the right lender, the right product that's going to work for you. Right now at Self-Help, we have loans that offer people with I-10 numbers. I-10 is a tax ID number that's usually given to someone that may be undocumented, but has been paying taxes to the government. So we accept that. Right now, our program for I-10 individuals, families are as low as 5% for well-qualified borrowers. Families that have a high credit score, that their income is increasing year over year, have their money seasoned already, that typically can get you 5% down. We have scores available as 580, and we also have people with 0 scores. So if you've never had any credit, we can actually help you if you have what's considered alternative credit, like your PG&E, your rental verification, maybe utilities. So if you can show that you pay that and you're responsible with those bills, then we can typically get you pre-qualified with those alternative credits. We do not charge any PMI, which is, private mortgage insurance, which typically a lender may charge you unless you're putting 20% or more down. Our rates are fixed. Our rates are based on tiers, based on your credit score, and based on how much you're willing to put down. So the more down you put, the higher your credit score, the lower your rate could be. We do help individuals that are self-employed. Typically, we require 2 years of taxes filed and paid on time. We do get the question a lot, can we use bank statements? I have 1 year taxes, which some lenders could. There are programs for those individuals, but at Self-Help, we do need 2 years of taxes filed and paid on time. We do lend on, your regular houses. We can do residential homes, duplex, any units of 1 or 4, condominiums, manufactured homes with certain requirements. We do not have any payoff penalties for any of our loans. So that's, another plus. And then we also have unique products for individuals with Social Securities, so that's something that we can also help with. So aquí con Self-Help ayudamos mucha gente que tiene el número de I-10. Por regular, el I-10 es un número que el gobierno le dio para poder hacer sus impuestos. Y si usted reporta sus impuestos con el I-10, sí podemos ayudarle. Por regular, otros bancos que ayudan personas con I-10 piden el 10, el 15 o el 20% de enganche. Y también le cobran el interés más alto por un poquito más de riesgo del préstamo. Aquí con Self-Help podemos ayudarle con el mínimo del 5% si tiene requisitos como puntaje de crédito alto, su ingreso está incrementando año tras año y los fondos ya los tiene guardados en una cuenta de banco y no en la casa. Si tiene un puntaje de crédito bajo, tampoco no se preocupe porque podemos ayudarle a reponer su crédito o también a aceptar crédito alternativo si nunca ha tenido crédito. Nuestros préstamos nunca van a cobrar seguridad privada si no está poniendo el 20% de enganche. So, si pone el 10 o el 5, no le vamos a cobrar seguridad privada. Los intereses con nosotros sí son fijos y son basados en su puntaje de crédito y el enganche. Lo más enganche que está poniendo, el banco le da un descuento y también pues lo más alto su puntaje, el banco le da un mejor interés para comenzar. Podemos ayudar a las personas con I-10 que estén trabajando por su propia cuenta, todo mientras tenga 2 años de impuestos hechos y pagados a tiempo con el IRS. Es muy importante que los haga a tiempo y que los pague completo. No podemos tener un balance activo con el IRS cuando venga a aplicar con nosotros. Y puede usar nuestro préstamo para comprar una casa que es su residencia primaria. Puede ser como un duplex, un condominium, una casa móvil, con ciertos requisitos que tiene que meter. Y también en cuestión de nuestros préstamos no hay penalidades si lo va a pagar antes del contrato. So, siempre recomendamos cuando tengamos un poquito más que le pongamos al principal para no pagar todos los intereses.
Okay, let's see. Thank you so much, Uriel. So next we have Mr. Reyes with the People's Mortgage Company. Y ahorita sigue señor Reyes con the People's Mortgage Company. So Reyes, tell us what's happening at the People's. Tell us about the GSFA program. You're on mute, dear.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Reyes Ruiz with People's Mortgage. Buenos días a todos. Gracias por estar aquí con nosotros esta mañana. Yo voy a hablar de un programa que se llama Platinum GSFA program, pero lo voy a hacer en inglés primero. I'm going to talk about a program that we offer here at People's Mortgage. It's called Platinum through the GSFA program. It's a California agency that offers down payment assistance to buyers. You don't have to be a first-time home buyer to apply for this program. And what the program basically is, it gives you up to 5.5%. It lends you up to 5.5% to purchase your home. When you buy a home, whether you qualify for an FHA loan or conventional, this is the programs that are offered with. Whether the down payment is 3% or 3.5%, which FHA is 3.5%, you can utilize this down payment assistance for that, along with an additional 2.5% that you can use for closing costs. It's not, you don't have to be a first-time home buyer. That's one of the key features of the program. You don't have to have perfect, excellent credit. As long as you have a credit score of 620, you can apply for this assistance. One of the key factors, remember, everybody, that some of these programs that we're discussing to you guys, you have to pay them back. This is not, this type of programs are not grants where you don't have to pay them back. You do have to pay them back. This particular one, you can start making payments as loan closes. You have to start making payments on that second loan that you get as well. It's an assistance for people that have very limited funds and people that need help to get into their homes in terms of that says money. Okay, you can do it you can buy for single family residence, you can buy for condos, manufactured homes. This program allows you to purchase that type of a unit that you're looking to buy. It has income limits as well, and the income limit is pretty high. I believe it's 160,000 a year. If you make more than that, then you're over the limit for the program. Typically, we find a lot of people that don't make that much money, so they're all eligible for this program. Next slide. Oh, I'm saying in Spanish, sorry. En español, lo voy a decir en español ahora. So este programa es proveído por una agencia de California que les ayuda con el enganche. Les ayuda con el enganche y el cierre de costo. Cuando uno compra una casa, van a tener dos costos: el pago de enganche basado en el precio de la casa y el cierre de costo. Esta agencia les ayuda con eso, les da la forma de un préstamo que lo utilizan para poner su enganche y también cubrir el cierre de costo. Pueden comprar una casa, un condominio, una casa, una mobile home, se le llaman también. Pueden aplicar para este programa. Les ayudan con eso. Esta asistencia, es muy importante, que la tienen que pagar. No es asistencia gratis, que no la tienen que pagar. En esta tienen que hacer un pago. Al cerrar el préstamo, se paga instantáneamente con el pago que está haciendo de la casa. También tienen que pagar esta asistencia. Esa asistencia es para gente que básicamente tiene muy poquito dinero o no tiene dinero para comprar su compra de casa. Los requisitos: tienen que tener crédito de 620 mínimo. No tienen que ser comprados por primera vez. Si ya tienen casa, pueden aplicar para este programa para comprar otra casa. Les dan la asistencia. Tienen que tener hay límites en ingreso que tienen que tener. El límite parece que son 159,000 al año. So, es bastante amplio el límite. Mucha gente califica básicamente para este programa y se usa con programas convencionales y FHA. Son los dos tipos de programa que típicamente pues, van a usar también. USDA también que puede usar. Next slide.
Okay.
So again, it talks about this slide talks about an example of how it works, where you get the assistance. Again, a key factor on that. Remember, guys, that this is something that you have to repay. If you borrow 10,000, then that's something that you're gonna have to repay as a second loan, along with your first mortgage that you get from the lender that you use, and you layer in this program. It's basically something that, as I said, it's payable, it's payback. That a lot of people ask us, hey, do I have to pay back, or is it's a grant? It's not a grant. It's a loan that you're gonna get again to help you, assist you with money for people. Essentially, for people that don't have a lot of money, this is good for them. That some people just have a little bit. It'll help you get there to be able to close your loan here. En español, este programa habla de un ejemplo de cómo trabaja el programa. Es básicamente una asistencia que les dan, y lo importante es de que lo tienen que pagar. Obviamente, este programa requiere que lo paguen cuando agarren la asistencia. Depende el precio que agarren, la cantidad que agarren, es algo que lo tienen que pagar. Lo importante de eso, como digo, porque mucha gente piensa que a veces no lo tengo que pagar, no tengo que hacer pago. Sí, ese dinero lo tienen que pagar cuando venda o refinancia la casa. Next slide.
Hey Reyes, really quickly, so when someone has a first mortgage and then they have a silent second, do both loans need to be paid back at the same time?
Yes, on this type of assistance, the platinum, yes, you have to make payments on both, and we have to qualify. I did a pre-approval for a client a couple weeks ago. Their additional payment was like $80 a month. They borrow about 10,000. They're borrowing 10,000 in order for them to have enough funds to close the loan. And their payment was like $80 a month, additionally of their first mortgage. Yes, so yes, this program, you have to make a payment on it.
Do you want to say that in Spanish?
Sí, so la pregunta fue si tienen que, en este programa, se llama Platinum, tienen que hacer pagos mensuales. Si les prestan, por decir, $10,000 para cubrir el pago de enganche y el cierre de costo, es adicionales del préstamo que le dan para comprar la casa. So, estos $10,000, por ejemplo, tengo una situación donde le ayudé a un cliente y tenían que pagar $80 al mes, adicionales del pago de su casa, porque le iban a prestar $10,000 para completar completar el pago de enganche y el cierre de costo. So, sí, en ese programa van a tener dos pagos.
Thank you.
This slide talks about the programs that we offer. Actually, also USDA is part of this assistance. FHA, VA as well. FHA, VA as well as conventional and FHA. And the income limit in Fresno, it's 196,660. So basically, everybody pretty much that's under this income limit qualifies for the assistance that Platinum offers. GFSA offers for a buyer who's looking for this type of assistance. Este enseña los programas que ofrecen y también el límite que tiene. Se usa FHA, VA, el USDA. VA es para veteranos, USDA es para fuera de la ciudad donde viven. Si viven en Fresno, para fuera en las áreas rurales. Y el income limit son 196,560. So básicamente toda la gente calificaría para esta asistencia que les ofrecen through el planning program. Next slide. So again, this talks about your finding your key to your home. Again, what we do here, we offer you avenues for you to have the opportunity to purchase your home. Most of the lenders here right now in this today, we offer a variety of different products as well. So the key here that you are participating today and you're listening to us, listening to avenues and opportunities, whether you're a first-time home buyer or not, to purchase another home. Our goal is to get you there and help you if you need down payment assistance. We're here to help to provide that. So este slide nomás habla de la oportunidad de comprar una casa. Estamos aquí para ofrecerles nuestros servicios. Nosotros podemos, casi todos los prestamistas que estamos aquí, ofrecemos varios programas de asistencia. Es un programa de que nosotros ofrecemos aquí, pero tenemos otros. So, la oportunidad que estamos aquí ofreciendo es de que están aquí para que escuchen los programas que hay para que ustedes puedan utilizarlos y comprar su casa. Next slide.
Thank you so much, Reyes. So let's see if Miss Denise is available because she is next to speak. She has another appointment today, so let me double check. Give us 1 second. Meanwhile, while we're waiting for Denise, let's get some questions answered. So let's see, let me scroll back up. So, okay, so Jonathan asked, what if I don't have a bank account? Kim, Reyes, Uriel, can you guys answer that?
Yes, I can answer that question. So it's not necessarily required to have a bank account. Nowadays, we do what's called a gift. What a gift means is money coming from a bank account that is not yours. It's usually a family member. So if in terms of buying a house, we see it very frequently. The client doesn't have enough money on their bank account to cover, if they're not getting any down payment assistance, to cover the closing costs and down payment, their two costs. What they do, they get a gift. It's called a gift from a family member. A family member will give them the additional monies required to close a transaction in that type of scenario. So to the question, you don't necessarily have to have. It's good to have a bank account, but it's not necessarily required. You can do a gift. All the monies can come from, as long as it comes from someone else's bank account, usually a family member, you're okay with that.
Can you say that in Spanish?
Yes. La pregunta era si necesitan que tener una cuenta bancaria para comprar una casa. So, no es requerido, dado y cuando el dinero para comprar la casa venga de una cuenta bancaria de un familiar, no de ustedes si no tienen cuenta, pero vienen de un familiar, que el dinero venga de la cuenta de ellos. So no es necesario tener cuenta bancaria. Es algo bueno si tienen, pero si no la tienen, dado y cuando el dinero venga a la cuenta bancaria. Let me go back to in English. Make a really good point. Remember, guys, we get this all the time. We see bank statements when someone has a bank account, and we see large cash deposits. Cash deposits do not count. They don't. The only deposits that we want to see on your bank statements when you are ready to apply, ready to become a homeowner, ready to get pre-approved, we're going to look at your bank statements. You provide 2 months bank statements. That's what we ask. That's the rule. We look at your deposits and we look for your regular payroll deposits, if that's how you operate in terms of income. Those are generally, we see them. If we see large cash deposits, then they become a problem. We don't use large cash deposits. We ask why, where it came from, but they won't be counted if you're looking to say, oh, I'm gonna buy a house. I'm gonna put money in my bank account, and you have cash at home, and you do that, and you provide those bank statements. They do not count. So do not do large cash deposits. Talk to your lender before you make any deposits. If you have something like that, talk to your lender how to structure that so you don't get, they don't count your money thinking that they are going to count it. They won't count large cash deposits, only payroll deposits, okay? So, una cosa muy importante, cuando la gente nos enseña sus cuentas, si tienen cuenta bancaria, no pongan dinero en efectivo, es algo muy cash, que se llama en efectivo. Si tienen dinero en la casa y lo quieren meter porque van a comprar casa, no, abren primero con su prestamista, él les explica cómo hacerle porque los bancos no aceptamos depósitos grandes de cash. Su depósito de trabajo, sí, ese es normal. Si se ve, lo revisamos 2 meses de cuenta bancaria cuando le pedimos. Entonces, miran, eso es normal, no hay problema. Pero depósitos grandes de cash no cuentan, hable con su prestamista primero. Gracias.
Thank you, Reyes. So we have Miss Denise here online with us now. She's going to be talking to us about the down payment assistance programs for first-time home buyers. So ahorita tenemos aquí con nosotros señora Denise Ogata y ella va a estar platicando con nosotros sobre ayuda con el enganche. Denise, are you ready to roll? Denise? There she comes. Denise, if you're speaking, we can't hear you. Let's see. It's saying she's gonna call in, okay? So, to not waste time, they have the WISH program. And the WISH program is a first-time home buyer program. It's a workforce initiative subsidy for homeownership. WISH is a down payment and closing cost assistance program, which provides matching funds for eligible first-time home buyers. So part of the eligibility requirements are you must be, it's available for first-time home buyers, which again, that's if you haven't owned a home in 3 years or more. Must be at or below 80% of HUD area medium income. HUD medium income varies by county and by the number of people in the household. The grant doesn't have to be repaid if the buyer stays in the home for 5 years. The amount owed for WISH grant will decrease 20% each year the borrower retains ownership of the primary residence and complies with the grant program requirements. And then it's available with the following mortgage programs, which is the California Housing Finance Agency, which is Cal HFA, Home Ready Mortgage, and Home Possible Mortgage. So let's see, I think that this is Denise calling in now. And it's a workforce initiative subsidy for homeownership WISH program. That's kind of a tongue twister. Let's see, Denise, are you with us now? Denise? I'm sorry, we're having technical difficulties, but Reyes, can you help me go over this in Spanish while we work on trying to get Denise on the line?
Sure. Hola, este programa lo ofrece, se llama Tri-Counties Bank, Denise Ogata. Este programa se llama WISH, es para compradores por primera vez. Les ayuda con el cierre de costo y el pago de enganche. Tienen que ser lo elegible, tienen que ser primeros compradores por primera vez, tienen que tener hay ingreso limitado al 80% del HUD medium income. Eso quiere decir lo que el gobierno considera gente de bajos recursos. Su prestamista le explica más en detalle cuando ya si hablan con ella, que es el 80% para a ver si califican para ese programa. Cambia de county a county. So, en Los Ángeles, por decir, y aquí en Fresno, los incomes es diferente la cantidad, el 80%. También el nombre importante, el nombre de la gente que vive en la casa, se cuenta en eso al respecto del ingreso. Entre más gente, el ingreso sube más. Eso no tienen que pagar. Eso es una grant. Eso es diferente de lo que yo expliqué hace ratito o Uriel hace ratito. Esos son grants que no la tienen que pagar. Es lo importante de esto. Dado y cuando estén en su casa por 5 años, no la tienen que pagar. Pero si refinancian el préstamo o venden la casa antes de los 5 años, sí tienen que pagar el 20 un porcentaje de lo que le prestaron, de lo que le dieron, de la grant. Si venden la casa o refinancian el préstamo 5 años antes. En los programas que se hace esto, se llama es la agencia, pues el HFA se puede usar con ese programa, se puede usar Home Ready y también Home Possible. Son programas convencionales que este banco Tri-Counties ofrece. Next slide.
Thank you, Reyes.
Wait, can you hear me?
Now we can hear you.
Okay, I had to change the speakers. We've been calling in everywhere. Sorry, guys.
So we are on the self-help enterprises down payment assistance slide.
Thank you, Reyes, for filling in there. Hi, everybody. Okay, so for Tri-Counties, we also have what we call the SHE down payment assistance, which is our self-help enterprise that we work in conjunction. That one is for income must be less than 80% of the median HUD income. It's for Fresno, Kern, Madera, Merced, Stanislaus, and Tulare counties. The grant does not have to be repaid if the buyer stays in the home for 5 years. So it is forgiven just like the wish. So after 5 years, both of those would be forgiven. Hold on 1 second. Okay. The amount owed for the SHE grant will decrease by 20% each year. The buyer retains the house as their primary residence. So just like Wish, 20% per year is forgiven. At the end of 5 years, it's fully forgiven. So if you sell or rent your house in that first 5-year period, you would have to pay back whatever's remaining of that grant or the loan on the Wish. With this loan, you can get up to 3% of the purchase price, up to $10,000 to help with down payment assistance. So all of it would go to help towards your down payment. Next slide.
Oh, we have to say it in Spanish. So, Reyes, would you mind saying this
Yes.
part in Spanish?
So este programa, otra vez, estamos hablando del banco Tri-Counties. Ellos ofrecen esta asistencia adicional. Se le llama SHI, S-H-I. Es una asistencia para el pago de enganche nomás, no cierre de costo, para el pago de enganche. Les dan el 3% del precio de la casa hasta o $10,000. El límite, 3% o $10,000. Este también tiene income restricciones. El income tiene que ser, el ingreso restricciones, tiene que ser menos del 80% de la área del county donde viven. Otra vez, eso cuando hablen con Denise, ella les dice, cuando tenga su documentación, ella les dice específicamente si están a este 80% o menos para calificar para este programa. Es una grant, es otra grant. Típicamente grant, cuando escuchen la palabra grant, muchas veces quiere decir que no tienen que pagarlo, ¿ok? Hablen específicamente con ella cuando quieren más detalles del programa. Pero esta grant está nomás en Fresno, en los condados de Fresno, Kern, Madera, Merced, Stanislaus y Tulare. Los counties donde esta grant se usa, no la tienen que pagar si está en la casa sin vender, sin salirse de la casa por 5 años. Pero si se mueven de la casa, si tienen que pagar cierto porcentaje, si se mueven antes de los 5 años, tienen que pagar cierto porcentaje de esta grant, este dinero que agarren, basado en lo que agarren, y cuando hablen con Denise para más detalles. Gracias.
Thank
Slide.
you. Okay, next slide is up, Miss Denise. So tell us about Homeownership Access Program.
And this one we call our special purpose. It is the property must be designated in a majority Black and or Hispanic census tract within the Tri-Counties Bank Assessment Area. So basically you got to call me with the address and I look it up. It's real quick. It doesn't take me long. The property must be owner occupied. The borrower's income must be at or below 150% of the area median income. And this program can be used for home purchases or refinances. And you do not have to be a first-time home buyer in order to be able to access this program. This program provides 3% of the loan amount up to $7,500 to be used to cover closing costs and prepaids or buy down your interest rate. This is a true grant that at closing, Tri-Counties just gives you the money and there's no lien, there's no payback, there's nothing. So this one is a true grant at closing when we go to close the loan.
Nice.
Yeah. And I think, is that our last slide?
I'm not sure yet, but Mr. Reyes, can you help us with this in español?
Claro, sí. So, este programa se llama Access Program, se llama Access Home Ownership Access. Este programa, estamos hablando todavía de Trade Counties. Denise ofrece este programa. Este programa les ayuda con, bueno, primero con 3% del préstamo a los hasta 7,500 para el cierre de costo, para cubrir el cierre de costo cuando compren o están refinanciando si ya tienen casa. Este programa es específicamente para gente latina o gente afroamericana. Porque esas son comunidades que necesitan ayuda cuando están comprando casa o refinanciando. Tienen la casa, tiene que estar en cierta área. Típicamente, cuando hablen con Denise, Denise les dan la dirección y ella les dice si esta propiedad que quieren comprar o viven ya y quieren refinanciar, califica para esta asistencia. Y típicamente, como digo, en la comunidad latina o comunidad de afroamericana, tienen que ser dueños de la casa, vivir en la casa. No puede ser casa que están rentando y quieren asistencia por si ya son dueños de la casa. O si van a comprar una casa para rentar, no se puede. Tiene que ser casa que van a vivir en ella. Tienen limitación de ingreso, pero 150% en el County Fresno es ingreso grandísimo, es mucho. Para los detalles hablen con Denise, pero típicamente casi todos califican. Cuando es el límite, el porcentaje es así alto, 150, es en los 100,000 o más de ingreso. Se puede decir como este programa es para comprar casa o refinanciar si ya tienen casa. Gracias.
Thank you so much.
And I will tell you, all of these programs can be layered together. So you can, if you qualify, you can actually get all three layered together. Okay?
Thank you, Denise.
Thanks. And now,
So
Did you-
now we're going to talk about maintaining your pre-approval. So you've met with Kim, you've met with Reyes, you've met with Denise, and you got that wonderful letter that says you're pre-approved to buy a home. And you need to maintain that pre-approval. That means no big purchases. If you have a car that's breaking down, it can hold on a little bit longer, okay? Don't buy a new car while you're pre-approved. Do not add new credit or debt to your credit report. Don't change your job. You want to protect your down payment. No new inquiries on your credit. And if you're thinking about doing anything, please pick up the phone and ask your lender first, because anything you do can actually cost you your home. So be very careful. So, cuando ustedes ya están aprobados para comprar su casa, ya tomaron los pasos, ya saben, por cuánto están aprobados y ya quieren empezar el proceso de empezar a buscar su casa, ustedes tienen que proteger su aprobación. Ok, so no quieren comprar nada nuevo, especially un carro o mueblería, nada, hasta que su bienes de raíces te entregue las llaves de su casa. No quieres hacer nada antes de ese tiempo. No quieres poner deudas nuevas arriba de su reporte. No quieres cambiar de trabajo si no estás contenta o contento con su gerente ahorita. La puedes mantener un poquito más tiempo. ¿Quieres proteger su dinero enganche? ¿No quieres estar revisando su crédito de nuevo hasta que el proceso ya está completo? Y si estás pensando en hacer algo antes que tienes la casa en su nombre, por favor, habla con su prestamista y diles, esto es mi situación, estoy pensando en esto, porque a veces una cosa que nosotros pensamos que es simple nos puede costar comprar nuestra casa. So, es muy importante proteger todo durante el proceso. So next we are going to have Miss Alicia Bohigian. She's the Assistant Director at Self-Help Enterprises. Y ahora que sigue que va a hablar con nosotros es señora Alicia Bohigian con Self-Help Enterprises. And Alicia, are you on the line?
I am. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, awesome.
Take it away, dear.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. As Ali mentioned, I'm with Self-Help Enterprises. We are the organization that is actually working with Tri-Counties Bank in some of the down payment assistance programs. And part of this, Llaves de tu Casa, very excited that we are a part of this initiative. So Self-Help Enterprises is a nationally recognized community organization. We originally started the organization to help farm worker families obtain healthy homes. And since then, we have grown to offer many different other services within our organization. I am a part of the homeownership department, which includes education and counseling. And I'll go over that in just a bit. Next slide, please. Oh, en español.
Yes.
Buenos días. Como la señorita Ali mencionó, yo soy con Self-Help Enterprises. Somos una organización reconocida nacionalmente. Nosotros trabajamos con familias de bajos ingresos para que puedan obtener una casa. Nosotros comenzamos esta organización en 1965, cuando queríamos hacer casas para las personas que trabajaban en la agricultura. Y desde entonces, pues, hemos crecido para ofrecer más programas también. Next slide. So aquí específicamente quiero hablar del programa que se llama Gateway. Este es un programa que nosotros tenemos para personas que están pensando en comprar una casa, pero a lo mejor quieren hacer un plan. Hacemos una cita con un consejero de casas y podemos hacer un plan para usted si usted apenas está pensando y dice, pues, quiero pues tener un poquito más tiempo para ver cómo está mi situación y todo eso. So the program I really want to talk about today is our homeownership and counseling program. This is a program designed for people who are thinking about homeownership. We will schedule an appointment with you to go over a plan of what that looks like for you and get you mortgage ready. Again, it's part of it is also education. So you will take another class that goes into a lot of details about homeownership, and then meet with a counselor and create a plan and just kind of think about what are your goals. Is it, do I want to buy a house in 3 months, 6 months, a year? Maybe you're not ready yet, but we can get you there easily and with some resources. Next slide. Okay, so el proceso, si usted quiere participar en este programa, es de que va a nuestra website y puede bajar una aplicación donde usted pone su información, y ya que después de que ponga su información, nosotros le damos los siguientes pasos a cómo usted puede participar. Y toma un poquito de tiempo porque vamos a necesitar documentos, pero sí tiene que crear un portal donde usted puede subir todos esos documentos. Y ya cuando tenemos eso listo, podemos hacer una cita. So the process to access our Gateway program is pretty much creating a portal. If you go to our website, you can download the packet. There are some information that we will need, some documentation, and then we could schedule an appointment with a homeownership counselor. The other thing I wanted to mention, once you go through our program, there is a certification that we give you. A lot of the down payment assistance programs require this certificate that you went through a HUD certified agency. You took a class and you met with a homeownership counselor. So we do provide that. Lo otro que quería mencionar es de que muchos de los programas de enganche que estaban hablando las otras personas requieren un certificado de una agencia que es certificada por HUD. Y nosotros somos esa agencia. So, cuando usted hace la clase que también tenemos nosotros, que tiene que completar, y la cita con el consejero de casa, le podemos dar ese certificado que lo va a necesitar para que pueda tener acceso a esos programas. Next slide. Ok, el otro programa que quiero mencionar es el Self-Help Mutual Housing Program. Este programa, nosotros, si usted quiere, después de que está listo para comprar una casa y usted es de bajos ingresos y califica, puede construir su propia casa. Sí es ¿cómo se dice? Tiene que poner 40 horas a la semana para que pueda construir esa casa. Si usted trabaja y solo puede poner 10 horas, puede tener ayudantes que le puedan ayudar para completar esa casa. Si hay requerimientos, tiene que ser de bajos ingresos, pero lo bueno de este programa, si usted quiere participar, es de que nosotros tenemos, ¿cómo se dice?, dinero que podemos traer para que su pago sea pues más bajo, ¿verdad? Si califica, como por ejemplo, hay programas donde nos dan dinero a nosotros para decir, oh, si la persona trabaja en la agricultura, podemos darles $10,000 para que pueda tener esa casa y que se queda en esa casa por 20 años, no lo tiene que pagar. So, tenemos programas así también que podemos poner junto para eso, pero hay otro departamento que también en nuestra organización que construye las casas y usted puede aplicar para esas casas. No la tiene que hacer usted, pero usted puede aplicar para esas casas también. So the other program I wanted to mention was our Self-Help Mutual Housing Program. This is a program that if you qualify and after you get mortgage ready, you want to build your own home, you can do so. We have projects available throughout the Central Valley. There is a commitment of 40 hours a week to be able to build your own home. And we understand a lot of people have full-time jobs and they're already working 40 hours somewhere else. But the requirement is that you do, if you're on the loan, 10 hours per week. And then you can bring helpers, like 3 more helpers that could do 10 hours, has to equal 40 hours. It is a commitment of almost a year to be able to build your home. But the beauty of it is that we have funding that we can layer into that project for you if you qualify, so that your mortgage payment can be affordable. If you decide, oh, I can't really build a house or I don't really want to go through this program, we also have our infill program that we will build the homes and you can apply for those. Right now, we have an infill project in Fresno that we are looking for people to qualify for that. And Miss Mirna Garcia has details about that if anyone is interested. But on this slide, I just wanted to give you a sense of where we have projects right now. So we're finishing up a project in Turlock. We're starting one in Chowchilla, and Fresno, and the others are already full, Shafter and Braidley. But we're constantly looking for land to purchase so that we can bring these programs together for families who qualify. Thank you.
Sorry about that. For some reason, the slide kept going. It won't go back.
Uh-oh, that's okay. Any questions?
No questions right now, but those floor plans look beautiful. Are you guys taking a look at these? And these are all things that you guys can look forward to with self-help enterprises. So thank you, Alicia.
Thank you.
Okay, so next is me. You guys have been hearing me speak all morning long, but my name is Aldiva Rublacava, go by Ali for short. And I am the president of Recovery Credit Repair. So mi nombre es Aldiva Rublacava y soy la presidenta de Recovery Reparación de Crédito. Y hoy vamos a platicar un poquito sobre su crédito. So today we're going to speak a little bit about credit. So a lot of people don't realize that all of these factors go into your credit score. Mucha gente no sabe que todas estas cosas va para hacer un puntuaje de crédito. So a veces escuchamos que tenemos que tener un préstamo de carro, de casa, una tarjeta de crédito para hacer crédito. Pero eso es solamente 10% de nuestro crédito. So sometimes we're told that we need an auto loan, a car loan, a mortgage loan, a credit card, just to be able to build credit. But that's only 10% of our score. Un crédito, una línea de crédito nueva también es solamente 10% de nuestro porcentaje, okay, de nuestro puntuaje. So 10% of our credit score is also having new credit. Now, 15% is length of credit history. So 15% es cuánto tiempo tenemos una cuenta abierta. Okay. Ahora, 65%, que es el pedazo más grande de nuestro puntuaje, es si hacemos los pagos a tiempo y cuánto debemos, no en préstamos como de caso de carro, pero en préstamos de tarjeta, nuestro balance en nuestras tarjetas. So 65% of the pie is the biggest impact on our credit scores. 35% is our payment history, making our payments on time. While 30% is how much we owe, not on installment debt, but on revolving debt. And if you don't know what that means, a credit card is revolving because we know what our credit limit is and what our balance is. And because we could pay it and we could spend it, our scores go up and down based on how we're using that credit card. Now, el puntuaje más alto que podemos tener es un 850 y el más bajo que podemos tener es un 300. So our FICO scores range from 300 to 850. 850 is the highest FICO score you can get, while 300 is the lowest FICO score you can get. So things that affect your credit. Sorry, this just popped up. Oops. Things that affect your credit is a new collection will drop your scores about 50 points in 1 month. Cosas que van a afectar su crédito. Una colección nueva te va a bajar los puntos como 50 puntos en un mes. Closing a credit card you're no longer using will also drop your scores about 50 points in 1 month. Cerrando una tarjeta de crédito que ya no estás usando, también te baja el puntuaje como 50 puntos en un mes. Too many inquiries will drop your scores. Demasiadas consultas también te va a bajar el puntuaje. Una persona con un puntuaje de 850, que es lo mejor que podemos tener, ellos te pueden decir que no te van a dar crédito por tener muchas consultas, muchas revistas en su reporte. ¿Por qué? Porque cuando ellos miren muchas revistas, muchas consultas, eso está indicando que ustedes están buscando dinero. ¿O qué está pasando en su vida que estás buscando tanto crédito? So even someone with an 850 score can be denied credit based on too many inquiries because the banks look at you like, what's happening in your life that you're running your credit so much? Why are you looking for so much money? So keep that in mind. Your goal is not to have more than 6 inquiries a year. Ustedes quieren intentar de no tener más de 6 consultas o revisas de crédito por año. Sorry, the slide isn't going. Let's see. There we go. Ok, esto aquí es muy importante. En el estado de California, ahorita voy a hablar sobre si ustedes tienen colecciones o tienen charge-offs en su reporte. Ellos solamente tienen 4 años de la fecha que existe su último pago para colectar en California. Okay. In California, we have a 4-year statute of limitations. That means that any debt collector or original creditor that has a charge-off, they only have 4 years from the date you last made a payment to come after you and to collect from you. Okay. So that means that any debt that's older than today's date, 2020 and older, not from the date you went into collections, but from the date you last made a payment, is not legally collectible by law in California. So cualquier deuda que tienes que está más vieja de la fecha de hoy, 2020, y más vieja, por ley ya no la pueden colectar. Solamente tienen 4 años de la fecha que existe su último pago para colectar. So sometimes people will tell you to go pay off old collections. So let's say that you have a collection that was from 2017 and someone just advised you to go pay off that collection and you pay it off. Well, that account would have automatically fallen off of your credit report this year, at the end of the year, depending on the month. But you just paid it off this year. Now it's going to be a paid collection for 7 years from today's date. So be very careful with time-barred debt. So a veces personas te avisan para pagar colecciones que ya están viejas, como vamos a decir de 2017, y esa cuenta a lo mejor se va a borrar este año de su crédito. Pero si ustedes la paguen hoy, en vez de esa cuenta se borrar, se va a quedar en su crédito por más 7 años de la fecha de hoy. So, mucho cuidado con pagar cuentas viejas, ¿ok? So, what happens when you make a late payment? ¿Qué pasa cuando haces un pago atrasado? So, todo lo que te voy a decir es cuando llegues al 30 día. No se pagas 1 o 2 días atrasado, ¿ok? Si llegas al 30 día. Everything I'm about to tell you is whenever you hit the 30th day, not if you pay 1 or 2 days late, okay? So whenever you pay a revolving account late, that's a credit card, it'll drop your scores about 50 points in 1 month. Cada vez que pagas una tarjeta atrasada, eso te va a bajar el puntuaje 50 puntos en un mes. When you pay your auto loan late, that'll drop your scores 80 to 120 points in 1 month. So cuando pagas su préstamo de carro atrasado, te baja el puntuaje 80 a 120 puntos en un mes. When you pay your mortgage late, the biggest debt and the biggest asset you have, it's a 200-point hit. So cuando pagas su pago de casa atrasado, porque es la cuenta más grande que tienes, de bajo puntuaje como 200 puntos en un mes. So always make at least the minimum payment on time. So siempre hace at least el mínimo pago a tiempo para que esto no te bajo puntuaje. And now we are going to hear from Miss Mirna Garcia and Miss Lucy Sandoval. They are your realtors. Ahorita vamos a escuchar de señora Mirna Garcia y señora Lucy Sandoval. Ellas son sus bienes de raíces y ellas te van a platicar sobre más cosas. So Mirna and Lucy, take it away.
Thank you so much, Aldiva. I appreciate it. All right. So yes, we're going to go over educating you on the market, analyze what your wants and needs are, steer you to the homes that fit your criteria, coordinate the work of other professionals, negotiate on your behalf, and solve any problems that arise throughout the process. And Lucy is going to go over it in español.
Hola a todos, otra vez soy Lucy Sandoval y ahorita vamos a hablar de lo que son el aspecto como nosotros como agentes en lo que los ayudamos a educarlos en el mercado, analizar cuáles son sus necesidades, ayudarlos a encontrar la dirección correcta cuando están buscando su casa y también coordinamos muchos profesionales, somos un equipo, trabajamos todos juntos, entonces ayudamos a coordinar. También nuestra fortaleza es la negociación, entonces siempre ayudamos con las negociaciones y contamos con la experiencia para solucionar los problemas que puedan salir en las transacciones.
Okay, so owning versus renting. Can you ladies tell me what's the difference between owning versus renting?
Absolutely. So as you know, when you are renting, this is a really good example, right? And yes, you see a bucket full of money in the garbage. Nobody wants to throw their money away. So we know that when you are renting, in this example, it shows if you're paying $2,200 per month, that is going to go towards your landlord's mortgage, not yours. All right. And over 30 years, we'll have paid $792,000 for someone else's mortgage, not yours. So I want you to keep that in mind. This is why we do this, because we want you to become a homeowner and understand the value of that. So when you purchase a home for, let's say, $350,000, you pay $2,500 per month towards your mortgage. Over 30 years, that equates to $900,000. The difference is that this is your asset. This is your home. You own it. And when you are renting, you're absolutely throwing your money away. So I want you to pay attention to everything that all these professionals are telling you here today and find out, get on board to become a homeowner. Do not stand on the sideline. You're here. You made it this far. Now follow through and register. Aldiva did drop a form into the chat, and you will receive an email if you register for this event with more instructions on what's to come next.
Thank you, gracias. Bueno, aquí les estamos ilustrando un ejemplo de lo que es comprar y rentar, ¿verdad? Entonces aquí es un ejemplo de cuánto pagan más o menos en una renta y cuánto se paga más o menos en una hipoteca. Entonces lo que queremos demostrar aquí es la diferencia que cuando están pagando una renta, ese dinero nunca lo van a volver a ver, lo están dando a alguien más. Y cuando están pagando una hipoteca, esa es una inversión que están haciendo para su patrimonio en el futuro. Entonces, por eso nada más pusimos aquí la comparación de 30 años para que vean más o menos cuánto se pagaría en un total de 30 años rentando y una hipoteca, considerando que una renta quizás no va a ser igual por los 30 años. Y cuando compran una casa, tienen un interés que es igual por los 30 años, ¿verdad? Entonces, lo que estábamos también remarcando es que es bien importante para ustedes que empiecen este proceso. Les van a mandar una aplicación para que pongan su información y así podamos dirigirlos con el experto que les va a poder ayudar en su situación. Y todos van a recibir ese correo y ya podemos, ahí van a poner toda su información.
Thank you. And poor Lucy, pobrecita Lucy, no se siente bien y todavía está aquí con nosotros. So, so Mirna, what are the 6 easy steps to home ownership?
Thank you, Ollie. And yes, thank you, Lucy, for being a trooper and being here. I know that you're a little under the weather, so thank you for your dedication and your passion. Yes, tea is really good. I won't tell you with an extra shot of something, but what I mean. All right, the 6 easy steps to homeownership. Number 1, you hire your agent. Get a good realtor. The value of a realtor is key in this process. A good realtor is going to guide you from beginning to end. So it's really important that you hire the right agent. Get referrals, interview a few, find out who's going to be the best fit for you. Really important that you have the right team member on your team. Number 2, secure your pre-approval. Secure financing, get your pre-approval. That loan application is really important. You have heard today from some of our partners here that are lenders. You heard from Uriel with Self-Help Federal Credit Union. You heard from Denise with Tri-County. You've heard from Reyes with People's Mortgage. You have options. I want you to know at the end of the day, it is important that you start the application and get that taken care of as soon as possible, because you will need your approval. We will not be able to take you out to look at any homes until you have your pre-approval. Really important. Number 3, find your home. Absolutely. We will, from beginning to end, help you find your home, and we won't stop until we have llaves en tu mano, llaves de tu casa, right? Keys in your hand. That is the end goal, to get you keys to your own home. Number 4, we will help you make an offer. We will negotiate all the terms on your behalf, but I want you to know you're always in control. You're the boss. Okay, we are here to guide you from beginning to end, but you're always in control. Really important that you understand that. Number 5, get your home inspected and negotiate all repairs. Absolutely, that's really important. Getting all your inspections that we recommend are extremely important. We usually will recommend a home inspection, a pest inspection, a roof, line, and there's a few other ones. It all depends on the home that you're looking at, what we will recommend to you. It is optional, but highly recommended. All right. And then number 6, the most important part that we all get excited about, and that's getting you to closing and helping you become a homeowner. We want to get keys in your hand. Lucy?
Gracias, Mina. Aquí les vamos a simplificar los pasos del proceso de comprar una casa. El primero es obviamente conseguir un agente de bienes y raíces. Es muy importante de que hagan entrevistas y platiquen con varios para ver cuál va a ser la persona con la que van a sentirse más a gustos trabajando. Cuando están haciendo una inversión de este tamaño, tienen que asegurarse de que sea una persona que va a trabajar con ustedes, para ustedes, y que puedan confiar en ella. El número 2 es por supuesto de lo que hemos estado hablando esta mañana, de asegurarse de que tienen su preaprobación. Si tienen su preaprobación, mantenerla, y una vez que está eso y tienen su agente, es cuando empezamos a buscar casa. Ahí es cuando nosotros nos sentamos con ustedes para ver qué son sus necesidades, y ver cuál es su criterio. Una vez que encuentran su casa, ya es cuando hacemos una oferta. Ese es el número 4. La oferta es un contrato escrito, todo lo tenemos escrito, por eso les digo, es importante confiar en sus agentes de ventas, porque desafortunadamente todos los contratos están en inglés, no tenemos contrato en español, entonces por eso es bien importante de que están trabajando con alguien que se va a asegurar de ver por su interés. El número 5 es que nosotros siempre recomendamos hacer inspecciones. Esta es una inversión grande y tenemos que asegurarnos de que están tomando la decisión correcta. Nosotros como agentes vamos a sugerir las inspecciones básicas, pero obviamente todas son opcionales y ustedes como compradores van a decirnos si quieren hacerlas o no. Las inspecciones varían dependiendo de la propiedad. Pero las que más recomendamos nosotros es la inspección de casa y la inspección que determina si hay animalitos que se comen la madera, ¿verdad? Entonces, una vez que ya hicieron las inspecciones y todo eso, podemos llegar a negociaciones para reparaciones y cosas así. Una vez que se termina ese proceso es cuando ya nosotros estamos muy felices de entregarles las llaves de su casa, que es el último paso, el número 6.
Okay, and then Mirna, talk to us about inspections and repairs.
All right, Ollie, yeah, so inspection and repair is really important. Get your home inspected and negotiate all the repairs. Once you get all the reports back, we will sit down with you and go over all the reports, and we will help you negotiate all the terms in regards to asking for a request for repairs, whether it is credit. There's a diversity of options available. We will guide you through the process. So we always say, don't sweat the small stuff. Let's focus on the bigger items, right? That's really important. So some of the big stuff that really matters, it's cracks or crumbling in the foundation, cracks inside the house or over the windows, water stains in ceilings, floors, and walls, faded or worn shingles on your roof can be an indicator you might need a roof pretty soon. Plumbing or electrical problems, mold or termite issues. So you got to remember, if we're looking at a pre-existing house, there's going to be some issues. So let's talk about it and let's figure out how we're going to get you keys in your hand, right? The thing is being informed from beginning to end, and that's why we always highly recommend all inspections, and we're here to guide you from beginning to end when you hire the right team to take care of you. Lucy?
Gracias. Sí, aquí vamos a hablar un poquito de las cosas que nosotros nos fijamos cuando estamos hablando de inspecciones. Nosotros nos vamos a asegurar de sugerir que se den cuenta de las cosas que van a costar un poquito más trabajo reparar que las cosas que son pequeñas. Entonces, por ejemplo, nosotros nos vamos a fijar si hay algunas quebradas en la base de la casa o si hay algunas manchas en las paredes que se vean como agua. Y también nos fijamos en la condición del techo y cosas así, que quizás para una persona, un comprador, no van a ser tan comunes, pero nosotros como vemos casas todo el tiempo, nosotros podemos ver y remarcar cuando va a haber algún problema, ¿verdad? Entonces siempre sugerimos estas inspecciones y ya dependiendo, ¿verdad? De eso, ya podemos mover a negociaciones.
Okay. So we are getting ready to pre-close. You guys showed us the house. All the hard parts done. Mirna, tell us what else we need to know.
All right, so this is pretty close, really important. Keep yourself mortgage worthy. Really important. Once you have submitted your application, you're approved. Do not make any major changes on your credit, right, Ollie? Credit.
That's right. Don't
Do not
touch
go
your
buy
credit.
that bling. No bling, right? No big bling, no cars, nothing, not even furniture. Okay, nothing until you have your keys in your hand. So keep yourself mortgage worthy, really important. Budget for additional expenses. It's really important. So closing costs can be anywhere from 3 to 4% of the loan amount. As you heard, there is down payment assistance and grants that can help you with that, but still do not show up with no money. Really important to have some reserves, people, okay? 3 to 4%. Earnest money. So usually you're gonna be required to put 1% earnest money deposit when you sign on the dotted line and you're making an offer. 1% of the purchase price, really important. So let's say the house is worth 300,000 that you're making an offer on, then 1% of that is 3,000. Okay, so do not show up with no money. But when I'm saying also about that 1% and putting that as earning money deposit, be careful too. We usually will not take your money. Okay, that usually once your offer has been accepted, will go to escrow and title, a neutral party that represents both sides and has your best interest at heart. Be careful who you give your money to. Always confirm, really important. There's a lot of fraud going on. So I just want you to be aware. Please be careful, verify. Do not be so quick to hand your money over. Always verify, protect your money, okay? Option period money. So sometimes you're gonna need a little extra to do one thing or another, whether it is, let's say that you need to extend your escrow, and they might charge you a per diem fee, right? And that can be anywhere from $100 to $400. Always have some option money available in case you need it. So do not show up with no money. You need some money. You gotta have some money in this, in all of this, okay? Inspections. Those are anywhere from $80 to $600, right? I would say that all the inspections that we recommended today, it's gonna be anywhere between $600 to $800. And that does not include the appraisal, okay? Really important. This is just for inspections. And once those inspections have been ordered and completed, that money is non-refundable. Really important though. You gotta remember, nobody works for free. And once these inspectors have completed their job, they do expect to be paid. So really important. Bring your wallet. Miscellaneous fees. 1 year of homeowner's insurance. That's going to be anywhere from $250 to $800. Insurance has gone up. So I always say, please go ahead and call your insurance agent who currently covers your vehicle and ask them for a quote. Know what that's going to be, how much that's going to be, okay? And also your lender will help you with that as well if you don't have an insurance agent already. Reserves for improvements and repairs after the sale. So yes, sometimes you will get a honey-do list of items after you close that you're going to want to repair. So you're going to need some money to take care of those items. So always have some reserves, really important. And then doing the final walkthrough, right? Right before you're ready to close, we're going to do a final walkthrough, make sure that the house is in the condition as when you made your offer, or that if you have some repairs negotiated, that those repairs have been completed. All right, really important to do your final walkthrough before you get your keys in hand. All right, Lucy?
Well, there's one more thing I want to
Yes.
say that we forgot to say, and I think that some people take this for granted and they don't consider. Please do not co-sign for anyone. Anything you co-sign on will reflect on your credit. Don't think that it won't. So I've seen people lose their homes because they decided to co-sign for someone. So please keep that in mind as well. Go ahead, Lucy.
Thank you, gracias. Ok, en esta parte vamos a hablar un poquito de cómo mantenerse calificados para su casa, ¿verdad? Mencionó Mirna que no vayan a comprar nada nuevo, no obtengan ninguna línea de crédito nueva. También, por favor, no firmen para ningún familiar de que les van a ayudar con algo. Mientras ustedes están en el proceso de comprar una casa, no quieren mover nada a su crédito, porque así como empezaron cuando hicieron la calificación, así quieren terminar cuando se termine. Ya después de que termine y tenga sus llaves, entonces sí, ya pueden ayudar a familiares y cosas así. Aquí en esta les estamos ilustrando los costos que están asociados con todo lo que es el costo de cierre, las inspecciones y todo eso. Quiero remarcar que este estimado está incluido cuando están hablando con su prestamista. Estos no son costos adicionales. Ellos hacen un estimado con estos costos. Los costos de las inspecciones son costos que se hacen de fuera de bolsillo y esos no son reembolsables, porque como ellos están proveyendo un servicio, entonces ese servicio ya se pagó. En dado caso de que se cancele la transacción, ese dinero no se lo pueden regresar. Una de las cosas que queremos remarcar aquí es que cuando uno empieza un contrato, se debe de pagar el 1% como un depósito de seguridad, pero ese depósito va a ser parte para su pago o para su costo de cierre. Entonces, también Mirna remarcó que todo este dinero lo van a poner en una cuenta neutral de título que se llama escrow. Entonces, ustedes no nos van a dar dinero a nosotros. Ustedes tengan mucho cuidado a dónde y con quién, ¿verdad?, dan su dinero, porque hay mucho fraude. En el día de hoy hay mucho fraude y quizás pueden encontrar un correo que les diga, esto es para tu transacción, mándanos dinero por aquí. Entonces, siempre es bien importante que chequen con su prestamista, que chequen con su agente de ventas, que chequen con la compañía de título. Como les digo, somos un equipo, trabajamos juntos y todo el dinero va directamente hacia con ellos y tienen que tener mucho cuidado, ¿verdad? Que no se pierda. Los costos de las inspecciones pueden variar dependiendo de qué tantas inspecciones requieran o qué tantas quieran hacer, ¿verdad? También obviamente van a hablar esto con sus prestamistas. Es importante tener un poco de reservas o un poquito de dinero adicional porque pues van a comprar una casa y va a haber gastos necesarios que van a tener en el futuro, ¿verdad? Y otra de las cosas que también vamos a hablar es que vamos a hacer al final de que hagamos todo el proceso y todo el papeleo, tenemos que ir a verificar la casa una última vez para asegurarnos de que la casa la van a recibir igual en la condición en que la fueron a ver. Y usualmente el proceso de comprar una casa dura 30 días, entonces es un mes. Muchas cosas pueden pasar, ¿verdad? A veces dejan morir el pasto o la alberca ya está sucia, entonces por eso siempre tenemos que regresar y corroborar que la casa está en la misma condición para que si algo se tiene que reparar o si algo cambió, entonces ya podemos arreglarlo.
Perfect, thank you.
Ujú.
Let's see. So you want to protect your investment. So you want to maintain, perform routine maintenance on your home systems depending on their age and style. Keep an eye on it. Watch for signs of leaks, damage, wear. Fixing small problems early can save you big money later. Keep a file of receipts for your repairs. And warranty, always consider a home warranty. Lucy, can you tell us how to protect their investment?
Claro que sí, Aldiva. Cuando ya una vez que obviamente tengan su inversión, queremos ayudarlos a protegerla y a que la mantengan para que pueda retener su valor en el futuro. Entonces, lo que es mantenimiento, cuando les vamos a dar las inspecciones, es un reporte de toda la casa en general. Quizás va a haber algunas cosas que van a necesitar mantenimiento ahorita, quizás son unas cosas que van a necesitar mantenimiento en el futuro. Entonces es importante para ustedes tener esa lista y así ir trabajando poquito para mantener el valor o quizás que crezca el valor de su casa, ¿verdad? Entonces es importante que ustedes mantengan todos estos papeles en su récord, que los guarden para el futuro, ¿verdad? En dado caso que se necesite algo. También es una cosa muy importante que nosotros sugerimos, agarrar una garantía de casa. La garantía es un poquito diferente que la aseguranza. La garantía es para los primeros compradores y cubre, dependiendo, ¿verdad?, de la cobertura que escojan, pero puede cubrir desde las cosas pequeñas como la estufa, la lavaplatos, hasta el refrigerador, ¿verdad?, la lavadora, la alberca. Entonces, dependiendo de la cobertura, lo pueden cubrir, el aire acondicionado también. Cuando tienen esta garantía, se paga menos de lo que se pagaría, ¿verdad?, si algo se descompone. Por ejemplo, el aire acondicionado es una de las cosas más caras que se puede descomponer y digamos que todo está sirviendo, compran la casa y a los 2 meses se descompone por cualquier cosa, ¿verdad? Si ustedes tienen una garantía, pueden llamar a la garantía y la garantía puede cubrir una parte quizás del costo total de hacer esta reparación. Entonces, en vez de estar hablando de un pago de $6,000, $7,000, quizás les tocaría pagar $1,000 o $2,000. Entonces, siempre la sugerimos, pero obviamente es su decisión si quieren agarrarla o no.
Thank you, Lucy. Okay. And so congratulations, guys. We got to the end. You have chosen the path to home ownership. So muchas gracias a todos por estar aquí hoy. Ya llegamos al fin. Ahora vamos a empezar con las preguntas. So déjeme terminar let me close the screen share right here. Let me move this over. Oops. So we can answer all these questions. So let's see here. Let me scroll back up to the top. Voy a empezar del principio. Una pregunta ya Ya contestamos. So, okay, Chris. Chris wants to know, what is the maximum yearly income for a single person, no spouse or children to qualify? So Chris quiere saber qué es lo máximo que una persona puede hacer sin esposa o hijos para poder cualificar. Who would like to take that?
I can take that. It just depends on the type of situation that Chris has. Again, if as when you talk to one of us or you talk to your lender, we're gonna analyze your income, and based on that, obviously also credit. Credit is gonna be part of the analysis because we'll see what type of debt, monthly debt you're paying, which will be part of the DTI, the debt to income ratio that we have to calculate. And so that determines in terms of let's say a purchase price range that you want to be at, or you can be at. So really, in terms of all the programs that all the lenders here talked about, you would have there's a highly possibility that you're going to qualify for most of them. You just got to make sure you talk to the lender. Denise has a 80% HUD AMI that you have to be at or below. Kim has, as well as myself, and we have that a higher percentage, which is 120% of the income limit, so it's a lot higher. So it just really depends once you talk to one of us or your lender, and we go over the income and tell you what is the best program for you in terms of your situation.
Thank you, Reyes.
Can you
So,
take Spanish?
yeah, say it in Spanish. I'm sorry.
So, en español, la pregunta, una persona que está en este programa preguntó que ¿cuánto es el ingreso para poder calificar? Obviamente, anual, para poder calificar, depende. Cada individuo es diferente, cada situación es diferente. Lo más importante es que hablen con un prestamista, hablen con nosotros o el prestamista que usted está trabajando, y ellos le van a analizar su ingreso y el crédito, porque el crédito lo importante es, tenemos que ver qué deudas tiene, que está pagando. Entonces hacemos un análisis de cuánto podamos calificarlo al respecto del ingreso que va a tener y qué programa de los prestamistas, los bancos que estamos aquí, podemos ayudarle para que califique si necesita asistencia. Eso depende en su situación financiera. Y lo más importante, hable con un prestamista para que tenga información correcta. Gracias.
Thank you. So I love what Paul Avila said. He said, sorry, California Lottery. I want my people to win the Cal Dream Lottery. So
Yes.
that's
Yes.
right, Paul. So Paul estaba diciendo, lo siento, California Lotería. Yo quiero que mi gente gane esta lotería de sueños para todos. So I agree, Paul. Thank you so much. Jonathan is asking, how do I make an appointment with a loan officer? Jonathan está preguntando, ¿cómo hago una cita con un prestamista? So I have been dropping throughout this presentation our drop forms. Please complete them because depending on your answers, that's going to tell us who to send you to. So please get those completed, and I'll also be sending you an email at the end of this. So Jonathan estaba preguntando, ¿cómo hago una cita con un prestamista? Durante esta presentación, yo he estado poniendo un link para una drop form. Eso es para que ustedes la llenen. Ahí tienen unas preguntas y depende de cómo las contestan, es de ahí que sabemos a quién te vamos a mandar. So, por favor, llena esa forma y también te voy a mandar un correo electrónico con esa forma para ustedes. Maricela, so todavía first time generation home buyer, si mi mamá vendió su casa el año pasado. So Maricela is asking, so if I'm a first time generation home buyer, but my mom sold her house last year, do I still qualify? So Kim, that would be for you.
Yeah, what's happening with that, unfortunately, is they have a 7-year benchmark on that. And so they would consider you ineligible, but you would be eligible for the other programs, which are also very powerful and helpful.
So what I'm hearing, Kim, is if the family hasn't owned a home for more than 7 years, then they qualify for a first-time generation?
Yeah, and it's particularly the parents that they're looking at. It's very specific and very much designed because they're trying to make sure they leave opportunities for families that have no residents in their history in those last 7 years.
So Kim está diciendo que si su familia o sus papás, sus parientes, no han tenido casa en su nombre por 7 años o más, ustedes cualifican para la primera generation, para el California Dream Program. Pero si ellos tienen casa en su nombre, no cualifican para el Dream Program, que es el Sueño Program, pero cualifican para las otras cosas. So, thank you, Kim.
Y quiero decirles, hay ahorita, a este momento, hay 29 diferentes programas de asistencia. There's over 29 different programs available in Fresno County alone to help you buy a home. So what I'm trying to say at the end of the day is make an appointment with one of these great lenders on here, on this panel, or if you already have a lender, contact them. Make your appointment, get in there, because you never know until you get in there and you apply what you're going to qualify for or how to get on the path to becoming a homeowner. So es muy importante hacer su solicitud, haga su aplicación, haga su cita con uno de esos agentes prestamistas que están aquí disponibles para ayudarles. Y si aún, porque hay 29 diferentes programas, eso es muy importante. Hagan su aplicación, no hagan desidia. Hay la oportunidad, hay la posibilidad. Y quiero que todos ustedes quebren esa barrera y se hagan dueños de su casa propia. Ya están aquí, so sigan para adelante, no paren hasta que sean dueños de su casa.
That's right. And then Marilyn Orozco is asking, so in order to fill out the application, we would get in contact with one of the loan officers? Yes, that's correct. So again, depending on your answers, then I'll know who to send you to. So Marilyn estaba preguntando, so necesito llenar la aplicación para hablar con un prestamista. Y sí, después que ustedes llenen la aplicación que puse aquí en la job form, después depende de cómo contestan, te voy a mandar al prestamista con su situación. So let's see. So Marilyn's also asking, and I believe, Marilyn, this one, you're going to get 2 different answers. We would be paying our mortgage and also paying the program back at the same time. So with Reyes's program, yes, but with the other programs, no. So Marilyn estaba preguntando si con el programa vamos a pagar el préstamo de casa y el segundo para atrás al mismo tiempo. Con el programa de Reyes sí, pero con el programa de Kim y de Denise, no. So Reyes, can you explain your part? And then Kim, you explain your part?
Yes. So the planning program that I am presenting today, it's an assistance that does require that if you they lend you up to 5.5 of the loan amount. Out of the 5.5, let's say that you qualify for, again, the 2 standard loan products are conventional and FHA. Let's say you qualify for an FHA loan. The down payment requirement on FHA is 3.5. So out of 5.5, you would get that, you would use 3.5 off of that. And so that was what you're going to make payments on along with the first mortgage. Now, the 2%, it's for closing costs, and that is after a certain time, it's forgiven. So yes, you would make a payment instantaneously with the first mortgage through the planning program. I just want to emphasize something that we all, whenever you, based on your income criteria, any of us lenders, we pretty much offer about all the same products, except that what Denise offers is just her bank. but all the college FA, we offer a variety of products. This is just products that we wanted you to be aware of and inform about them, and contact one of us just to get more information based on the criteria that we have in terms of income, because this programs, again, have income limits.
Kim, you're on mute.
To piggyback what Reyes was saying, is that he has programs available, I have programs available, and the key is to sit down with us. We can't emphasize that enough, because of the fact that without the appointment, we can walk you through these, but with just talking here today, even then it may not be enough. To sit you down and really customize those conversations are imperative. So I beg of everybody to please register so we can get you taken care of. Now, to answer on the College FA programs, those don't have the monthly payments, but they do have requirement to be paid back. And they're done at a later date, or they're done at a deferred status. Again, as Reyes said, there are grants, there are down payment assistance. There are some that require repayment, but we would really encourage you, because it's too much and there's too many opportunities for you that will be missed if you just go off of what we're saying today. Because as Mirna mentioned, there's so many out there, and we're going to use everything we have. The other cool thing is that if Reyes or I couldn't do it, or if Denise couldn't do it, we defer to each other. So this is a rare group that you'll ever find that care this much about your home ownership. So you should definitely sit down and know that we'll take good care of you. Thank you, Amy.
And you know, Paul had the same question, because Paul was saying, I was under the impression that a silent second loan was not paid on unless you saw your home before the provisions of the program terms. Then you would need to pay back the silent second loan back. And Paul, that they just answered that question. It really depends on the program that you go through. So, but thank you for that. Okay, so Yadira says, hola a todos y muy buenos días. ¿Podrían, por favor, enviarnos el PowerPoint a mi email? So Yadira is asking if we could send her a copy of our PowerPoint.
Yes. Yeah, we can. If they can drop their email, their contact information, absolutely.
Okay. And then let me go down. Sorry, I'm looking for all the questions. Marilyn is asking, what about the MAP program? Is that one coming back anytime soon? Do any of you know about the MAP or the MAP program?
Okay, is that the city of Fresno one they're talking about?
Yes, Denise.
Okay, so I talked to Shanae this week. Yes, the funds are exhausted. They are hoping to get more funds, but they have no clue as to when. So we're back to when the state is going to fund the program and release funds. So, you know, that could be 2 weeks from now. That could be a year from now. We just don't know yet at this time.
Okay, thank you. So Marilyn estaba preguntando sobre el MAP programa. Se va a regresar en poco tiempo, y Denise estaba diciendo que ellos todavía no saben cuándo van a tener fondos de nuevo para ese programa, pero cuando ella sabe más, nosotros vamos a saber también. So, thank you. Let's see. And I'm scrolling down, hold on. Okay, Chris also asked about the PowerPoint presentation. Okay, Amy. Yeah, Amy wants to know, do we need to make an appointment for each of these programs, or do you all work in a partnership? So Amy quiere saber si ella tiene que hacer una cita con todos los prestamistas individuales o si todos trabajamos juntos. Would you guys like to answer that?
I will tell you, this is a partnership. And
Yes.
one of the first steps is definitely that JOT form that Ollie has mentioned in the chat. When you fill that out, it's going to give us a really good idea as to which direction you will need to go, because there's 29 different programs available. So we don't expect you to make an appointment with each of the lenders on this panel. We're going to try and help navigate you through that path, the best path to get you where you want to be. So let us help you, but start off with that job form and you will get an email at the end of this presentation with further directions. And I believe Reyes wanted to piggyback on this, and we all work together. It's a partnership.
Yes. So remember though, really important though, that this workshop that we do monthly, it's free information for you. We do it to help the community in guiding them in the homeownership process, right? So whether you talk to me or Kim or Denise, whoever, and you're looking for down payment assistance, there's some income limitations on them. So that's why once you fill out the form, we kind of know which direction we're gonna send you, which one of us is gonna talk to you. As I said, we, again, where I work at People's Mortgage or Kim works, there's also other down payment assistance programs that we offer. Once we get to see where your income is at, what kind of bracket you're gonna fall into, then one of us can probably help you. And if there's something that we can do, because of maybe a guideline that we have, particularly to our lending rules or something, then we send you to the next, whether again Kim or Denise. But just filling out the form will be a starting point for you, and then we'll take it from there.
Oh, thank you, Reyes. Okay, so Chris is wondering, if you make around $33,000 per year, will you qualify? So Chris está preguntando si se hace $33,000 por año, se puede cualificar.
Okay, I'll step in for Wish if he's one person, depending upon, I mean, yes, he would qualify income-wise. You know, then the credit and everything else will come into play.
Okay, so Denise está diciendo si Chris es solamente una persona, está soltero, pero programa de Wish que sí puede cualificar, depende de su crédito, de su puntuaje con su crédito también. Thank you, Denise. Amy's asking, estimated pre-close cost. Are there loans to assist with these costs? Amy está preguntando más o menos cuánto cuesta para cerrar el coste de cierre en una casa y si hay préstamos para ayudar con estos costos.
I can help with that one. I just want to make sure that everybody knows that the closing costs that are associated with pretty much every single loan we've talked about, there is assistance available. So that's a wonderful thing, which is why we're really driving home the need for people to register so that we can get with you, because you do not have to pay these closing costs. There are programs available. The lenders on this call have varying types of closing cost coverage. Some cover 1%, 2%, 3%, or all of them. So we want to make sure, again, great question that you guys are asking, but I hope this is motivating you all the more so to get excited about meeting with us, because if you get excited, you're going to be that much closer to owning a home. So many people are not on this call. You guys are ahead of everybody that is not on this call. And right now, with what we have to offer, the times that we're getting ready to get into is now. Now's a really good time to get on board and get those down payments covered, closing costs covered. Take advantage of all of this now. And if you guys saw earlier on that slide, I can't remember which person had it, but if you're paying rent, you're paying for someone else's college, someone else's retirement, you're paying for someone else's, medical coverage. Homes take care of you. Please register. I can't emphasize that enough. If you don't remember anything else I say, it's that.
So Kim estaba diciendo que sí tiene unos, depende del programa que cualificas, que sí tiene unos programas que sí te ayudan con el costo de cierre. Now, Paul is asking, isn't the WISH program more of a silent second mortgage than the other one explained? Isn't it? So Paul está preguntando si el WISH programa se tiene un segundo que silencio y sí es. Sí, el WISH program sí tiene un segundo que silencio, but Denise, can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, okay, so the wish is, it is a second on the house for 5 years. At the end of 5 years, then it's reconveyed. and it goes away and you don't have to pay it back.
So OWISH es un programa que sí es silencio por 5 años, pero mientras que vives en esa casa por 5 años, ellos te van a perdonar ese dinero. Thank you, Denise. Let's see. Amy's asking, do you assist with hiring a good realtor, or is that something we do on our own? Do I qualify if I have more than 6 inquiries and bought a new car 6 months ago, but good credit? So, Amy, you have 2 wonderful realtors right here in front of you.
I will hold a sign says for hire.
Yeah.
No, but yes, Lucy Sandoval is with Iron Key. And my name is Mirna Garcia, I'm with Envision, but you are welcome to use any realtor of your choice. All I ask is that you interview and make sure that they have your best interests at heart, that they take care of you, because they're going to be part of your team from beginning to end. It's a huge responsibility. And you want to make sure you have the right person on your team. But yes, Lucy and I'd be more than happy to help you.
Exactly. And then about the 6 inquiries. So now I know when you went car shopping that they ran your credit like crazy. Okay, I know how that works. But yes, you can qualify for a home with more than 6 inquiries. You can qualify for a home with a car payment. It all depends on how it affects your debt to income ratio. And that's why you really need to meet with a lender so they can look at all of your income, look at all of your debts, and see what you qualify for. So don't be afraid just because you have a car payment, okay?
And another thing, Ollie, I'm glad you're going over that. It just reminded me, even if you are like, you're like, okay, I'm not 100% sure that I'm ready. I just took out a car, this, that, on and on. The moment you sit down and make that appointment with your loan lender, and they go over everything with you, they're going to give you homework. If you're not ready right now, at least they're going to give you a plan and tell you exactly what it's going to take to make it happen. And that's really important, because if you know how to make it happen, then you're going to succeed. It's when you sit back and do nothing and wonder if you could have, that you're going to miss out. So make your appointment, be informed, know your options, get on track to buy a home. Stop renting, people. Please stop renting and buy a home.
Yes, and also Denise is reminding us that Tri-Counties Bank does offer a different checking and savings account for those that are looking to open an account, and so does Self-Help Federal Credit Union. So, if you don't have a bank, there's no excuse. We can still help you get one.
Is Uriel still online?
I'm not sure. Yes, he is. Uriel's still on here.
Uriel, if you can hear me, if you don't mind jumping back on, if I'm not mistaken, if let's say I have $100,000 under my mattress, and no, I'm not going to give you my address, people, but if I have 100,000 under my mattress, can I go open an account and use that right away? Does my money have to be seasoned? How does that work?
So it's a tricky question. It's a yes or no question. We take a look at your annual income for the previous years, and we try to determine whether that cash deposit you're going to make is reasonable, that is cash at home. So let's say, for example, you make $50,000 a year, and you're bringing in cash at home that's $100,000. That probably would be hard to explain and would have to be seasoned. But if you're making $50,000 a year and you have maybe $15,000 cash at home, we would accept that and not require it to be seasoned if you deposit it in the bank account with us and did it in one single large deposit.
Thank you for that. I think it's really important. And the reason I wanted to bring this up, because a lot of people got in the habit of putting money under the mattress. And then now they're wondering, how do I get it seasoned? Most lenders are going to require for it to be seasoned. So at Self-Help Credit Union, they do have an option for you to help you with that, as he just stated. So I just want to bring that to your attention, because a lot of our seasonal workers too have a tendency to keep money under the mattress, or during COVID, a lot of people stopped putting their money in the bank, put it on the mattress. So there's options at the end of the day.
Perfect. And then Marisela is asking, Wish program, ¿se repaga y cuánto es? Es solo para primeros compradores. So Marisela is asking about the Wish program. Do you have to pay it back? How much is it? Is it only for first-time home buyers, Miss Denise? If you're speaking, you're on mute.
Can you repeat the question?
So she's saying the Wish program, does it have to be paid back? If so, how much? And is it only for first-time home buyers?
Okay, it is only for first-time home buyers, which means you haven't owned a home in the last 3 years. It is forgiven at 20% per year. So, if you rent it out or you move or sell it in the first, say, after 3 years, 60% would be forgiven. The other 40% you'd have to pay back. At the end of 5 years, the whole thing is fully forgiven.
So lo que Denise está diciendo es que si ustedes cualifican para el Wish program, lo que pasa es que si ustedes venden la casa el primer año, tienen que pagar para atrás 80% del enganche que te dieron ayuda. Si ustedes venden la casa en el segundo año, tienen que pagar para atrás 60%. En el tercer año, 40%. En el 4 año, 20%. Y al fin de 5 años, ellos te perdonan todo dinero. So no tienes que pagar nada para atrás. So más importante es quedarse en la casa por 5 años y no tienes que pagar nada para atrás. So no tengan miedo de tentarlo, ¿ok? Paul, let's see. Paul is saying, this is getting too competitive for me, the voice. It's not competitive. We're here to help you, Paul. Come on now. And then Amy says, I'm ready. Thank you for all the information. Okay, you guys. Well, thank you all so much for being here with us on your Easter weekend. We really appreciate you. Muchas gracias a todos por estar aquí con nosotros este fin de semana. I will be sending out an email to everyone with the jot form. Please complete it so that we know which one of our lovely people to send it to. Te voy a mandar a todos un correo electrónico que va a tener el jot form también. Por favor, llénalo para que sabemos con cuál prestamista te vamos a mandar para que ellos te puedan ayudar. Y nosotros queremos mirar todos ustedes con llaves de su casa y el primer paso es llenar el documento. So the first step is to complete that jot form so we can make sure that all of you have keys to your home, hopefully by or before the end of the year. So let's get the process started. Okay, guys, so thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you and have a great weekend. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, great job, lady.
Okay.
Great job, great job. I think, is this still recording? Did it stop? Okay, stop. Oh, no, okay, start recording.